What's up, everybody? Gaonan here, and welcome to Season 9 of Drafting to Masters. This is actually going to be my first draft this season. I've been traveling for work, so I'm excited to knock off some of the rust that I might have from not playing for a little bit. And last season was really good for us. We hit rank 2 sitting behind isomorphic. Couldn't hit that number 1 spot, but it was pretty awesome to finish at rank 2 and was super happy with how Dark Frontier kicked off for us. So I'm hoping to continue on that success. If you're interested in how I got to that point, I'll link last season's playlist in the top right corner of this video. Also, we've passed the 300 subscriber milestone. We're closing in on 325 subscribers on YouTube now, which is awesome. I really appreciate the support from the community. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet in the bottom right corner of the video, I highly encourage you to do so. I really do appreciate the support, and I love seeing that the Eternal community is growing and interested in draft. I'm excited to get back to my regular schedule, and let's hop into the first draft of the season. This is a pretty interesting first pick. I think Novice Entomancer is pretty good. Gives you a flyer late game or just a decent body early on. I think Wretched Talon is decent. It's pretty easy to trigger Onslaught in this format. I think Longbow is okay, but not great. Devotee of the Sands helps you get to higher levels of power, which is nice. Corrupted Behemoth is solid. Char is decent, but I think I'm probably just going to take Entomancer here. I think it's probably the strongest card and kind of see where the draft goes. And it doesn't commit us as hard to time as it would if we took Wretched Talon for Shadow, since it's double Shadow influence. So I'm going to go with Entomancer here. Could be wrong, but I think the card is strong enough. I haven't got to play with it yet, but it seems pretty strong. This is interesting. We could go for a shift type of deck. Entomancer fits that plan. Ruins Guide fits that plan. Street Urchin, not super exciting. Devotee of the Sands would just leave us the most open and is probably the right pick here, rather than going into Ruins Guide and forcing some Praxis shift stuff. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to take Devotee here. It's a really solid 2-drop. A 1-3 is a good stat line, stops a lot of guys, and getting to higher levels of power is always nice. Aurelian Infestation is nice. You also have Cobalt Coin. Relentless Deadshot is a very good twist unit. I like it quite a bit. But I think I'm just going to stay on color and take the rare here. Getting Scorpions is nice, and we could have some type of a shift theme going on here. So I think I'm going to take Infestation mainly just to stay open. I think Relentless Deadshot is probably stronger, but I'm going to take the Infestation here. Hunting a Nora is a decent flyer, but it is awkward because you don't have the information that this is on top of your deck before you make your attack. So that part is definitely awkward. The tricks in Justice here are okay, but I wouldn't say like super high priority. I like High Alert more than I like Inner Might. Arcanum Elite is nice for twisting, but we have 0 twist at the moment. But seeing the Anora here makes me think that Xenon might be open. So I think Arcanum Elite is very good in the Xenon Twist deck. So I think I'm actually going to take it here. It's also a nice way to get free Onslaught triggers and stay the most open. Really nothing special here. I might just take Granite Coin. Could also take Sizzleback here, but he's not my favorite twister, but obviously very good with Cannon if you get that. But if we were going to see a cannon, we probably would have already seen it. So I'm not convinced that's the right way to go. So I think I'm just going to take Coin because you could totally splash for this as a ping effect. You know, there's a lot of twisting going on. This is a good way to finish things off. So I'll take Granite Coin. Okay, Praxis Insignia is here. Muck Crawler is decent for our deck. We do have at least 3 shift guys at the moment, so this isn't terrible. I don't love Blade Barrier. Could also just take Praxis Insignia, but we don't know if we're going to be in Praxis. So I think I am going to take the Muck Crawler here. I haven't got to play this card myself, but I know Man and Mouse is at least willing to play this card. So I think it's worth looking at. Okay, we could have another Granite coin. We could just take Camp Surveyor. Probably the pick here. These shadow cards are really bad, so I'm just going to take the Camp Surveyor. Card's basically Scaly Gruon with some additional upside. Nothing super exciting here. I'm probably just going to take Submerged Titan. Swirl the Sands could be okay as some pseudo removal for flyers, because we don't have many flyers yet, but I'm just going to take the Submerged Titan here. I guess we'll take the Angry Prophet, way better than any other card here. Mining Team is nice. Could also take Meditant. They did buff this to a 2-2 instead of a 1-2, but I don't think it makes the card much better. But taking Mining Team isn't really putting us anywhere either. It's kind of scary because I really don't know what my second color is yet. I think I'm definitely in time, but beyond that, it's pretty wide open because none of our cards are very good. Which maybe that's good going into the second pack, because if we get a bomb rare off the top, then we can pivot pretty easily. So I think I'm just going to take Mining Team since I think it's better than Meditant is. Another Titan. Don't know if I want to pile up on these guys, but it's probably better than a second Granite coin. So I'll take the second Titan. And Bully. Okay, so no bomb, but we have Crown Watch Standard, which is decent. We have Herbalist, which is nice. Pummel is a nice trick. I think I'd rather just take the Pummel here over everything else. Other choice I would say is Herbalist. Could take Crest. Scouting is nice. Maybe that's the better pick here, because we don't need to commit to fire, and we can just play Crest as is. We don't necessarily have to be in Shadow to make use of Crest, but this is tough because nothing is signaling to us that this is where we should be. So I'm just going to take the Crest and see what happens. Umbran Deathwatcher is decent. Avarax Familiar is decent. You also have Rebel Sharpshooter, Fearless Yeti, Eternity Core. We don't have anything we're really trying to ramp to, so I don't think it makes sense to take Eternity Core here. I'm wondering if we don't just take Rebel Sharpshooter, but we don't have a way to give it more attack at this point, so that's not great. Maybe I just take this Avarax Familiar to get the warp value off the top. Honestly, a little bit lost at the moment in where we should be. I don't think Death Watcher is necessarily where we want to be. Curator's Spear wouldn't be bad for removal, but what are we giving up if we do that? Camp Surveyor, Mining Team. Maybe it's worth it to get some interaction here. I kind of like that rather than just taking another mediocre unit. We have a lot of 3-drops at the moment, so yeah, let's take the Curator's Spear and see if we can't move into Xenon. Seed of Mystery is nice fixing. Other than that, there is Blink Wolf and then some Primal cards that are okay. But I'm just going to take this Seed of Mystery, continue down this Xenon path we've started, and see if that's going to be the right place to be. We don't have anything in Justice that's worth splashing for, so I'm just going to take Learned Herbalist here. I don't think we need Excavation Assistant, so yeah, we'll just take the Herbalist. Ooh, Machete coming through. That's very nice. Refresh is good. Stormcaller is decent. So what am I giving up if I switch to Fire and take this Machete? I don't know if Machete is worth pivoting for here. Like, we're not going to be a super aggressive deck, which already worries me. Maybe we should just take Refresh. We have so many early drop units. I guess I'll take another Herbalist here. No, I think I'm going to take the Refresh. It's a potentially good trick, especially if we're in Xenon. This is very good with Twisters. We didn't get any in the first pack, but knowing where we're at refresh can be super good. So I'm going to take that here. Another Curator's Spear. Seek Power. Could splash for Lightning Strike. Probably just want Seek Power. Curator's Spear wouldn't be bad either, but I'm just going to take the fixing here. Dispel seems fine. Our other option is probably Manufacture. Nothing else beyond that, so I'm just going to take the Dispel. Oof. The end of this pack is really bad. We'll take Viper's Bite, but likely not play it. Take the Mob Rule. We might play that. Don't think we're trying to splash for Ice Bow or anything, so yeah, let's take Mob Rule. Iron Hook is okay, but not great. But I don't think we're playing anything else. Do we take Seed of Vengeance to potentially splash for Justice? I think this could be better, honestly. If we get a nice Justice card that we want to play, I think we have a good chance of playing for it, assuming it's only one influence. So I'm going to take the Seat here. Guess we'll take the Yeti and Scheme. We might play that. Ooh. So I don't think we have units that are really worth Dark returning, so I'm probably just picking Extract here for some interaction. I think it's probably better than everything else. Ceremonial Mask is decent, but probably not enough for us to pivot away from Shadow. So yeah, let's take the Extract. Tinker Overseer. Ooh. So it seems like Justice is open. Is it worthwhile to splash for a 2/2 flyer for 2? Probably not. Could just take more interaction with Curator's Spear. It's probably the right call. We really need units. I guess Infestation counts as another unit, but still. But yeah, let's take Spear. Stinging Wind, Excavator. I think I'm going to go for Excavator. Stinging Wind is not as impressive as a 3/3 as it was as a 3/4. And Excavator is just a big body, can get us some removal back too, so seems good. Is there anything in fire that we're splashing for? Could potentially splash for Machete, I guess. Other than that, I guess Lockhorns would be the pick. Probably is the pick. Yeah, let's just do that. Ooh-wee. Our unit count is going to be super low. Dark Return is fine here. Everything else is pretty bad, so Dark Return it is. Awakened Sentinel is great for us. Really happy to see that. We need more bodies, and the higher end bodies would be nice, so we'll definitely take this. Do we splash for a Lessie? We have quite a few spells, so I think we could potentially play this, so we'll definitely take that. Maybe we play Cabal Scavenger, but I doubt it. Take more fixing here. Ooh, Permafrost. So we can probably splash for that. I guess we can take Afterimage. Probably not playing it, but might be worth it. And Downfall. Wow, Plate Maker is really good. Retribution is premium removal. So I think we take the Retribution here. Other option is Withering Touch, which is not bad, but maybe we don't want to go deeper on the Justice Splash. But I also don't know if Withering Touch, it's better than some of the spells we have, so I guess it's worth taking. Okay, Devotee is nice, Burden Bearer is decent. We'll take Burden Bearer here just because it's a flyer and can potentially have some synergy with Excavator, I guess Herbalist, or any of our shift guys. Entomancer is decent there, so yeah, let's take Burden Bearer. Another Burden Bearer isn't bad. Other option is Blood Nurse or Muck Crawler again, but how many shift guys do we actually have? 4? Yeah, so I wouldn't play a second Muck Crawler. I'll just take another Burden Bearer here. We'll take Trickster Mage. It's not a great card, but we need bodies desperately, so we'll probably play it. Displace Erictodon is nice. Razor Quill is also very good. I think we just take Razor Quill because it's going to be better for us. It's just a higher quality unit. We have a lot of 2/2s for 2, so yeah, let's definitely take the Razor Quill. Amber Coin is decent. Other option is Bandit's Flail. I don't think this is great. It's usually a 1-for-1 trade, but it is more removal. But this does give us a unit for free, so let's take the Amber Coin. I guess we take another granite coin, but I don't think we're playing either of them, honestly. Stone Scar Outfitter has surprised me in its strength, so I think it's worth taking here. It's a nice buff. I think we can also take Blood Nurse here. Much better than Boot Knife, and Phase Out's okay, but nothing special. So yeah, we'll take the Blood Nurse. Has some good synergy with Submerged Titan, and if we can give it health through Arcanum Elite, then it's not bad. Picks don't matter. Direwolf's Lurker is very expensive for what it does, but maybe we play it. I don't think we need the permafrost. I think it's pretty greedy to do a double splash here, but we'll definitely get the granite coins out. I mean, we could. We just need one of each, and then you have 3 sources. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Permafrost is pretty strong. As far as bad units, Cabal Scavenger can go. I think everything else is at least decent. Let's take out this power just so we can get our counts right. As far as spells go, I think After Image is bad. I think Scheme is bad. So this would put us at 16 power plus a Seek. We are pretty low to the ground, so I think it could be okay, but I'd probably be comfortable with one more cut. Probably Lockhorns. Yeah, let's just take the Lockhorns out, and then I think this is pretty decent. Alright, so let's get the power add to the deck. I only want one source of each of these. This might be too greedy, so we might rethink this. So the question is, if I was going to cut one, which would I cut? Is Alessi stronger for us, or is Permafrost stronger? Alessi does have some synergy with the Curator's Spears. We do have quite a few spells, so I like Alessi quite a bit, but we have the exact same amount of fixing for both of these, so I think we should probably pick one over the other. We are really desperate for units, though, particularly some powerful ones, so I think I'm going to keep Alessi over Permafrost, even though that might sound crazy. And then probably want another time here, and we can take the Seed of Wisdom out, add a Shadow as well. This will just make our deck much more consistent, and then we need to add one more card. So I think we just add the Lockhorns back as another piece of interaction. Other option would be playing the big lifesteal guy, but our deck's pretty low to the ground, so I don't think it's really necessary to put him as the top end. So I think this is our deck. Just want to close out this drafting and deck building portion of the episode by saying thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button in the bottom right corner of this video. And next what will happen is we'll go into the games portion of the episode where we'll first talk about the deck, how I think it'll perform, and then we'll actually play some games with it. So I hope to see you in my next video.